I'm a little bit red in the face here, people. I can't speak. Man United 2-1 winners against City at Old Trafford. Erik Ten Hag was not lying when he said era's come to an end. And I tell you what, that did not feel like it was coming in that second half. But Bruno stood up when we needed him to. Marcus Rashford stood up when we needed him to. Garnacho did. Casemiro did. I tell you what, the whole team did in that last half an hour. Man United 2-1 winners against City. And I don't care what anyone says. Man United right there with a statement win. We're in a title race now. Arsenal are flying. Cool. Let's see what happens when they play Spurs. Let's see what happens when we play Arsenal next week. But who gives a shit about what happens next week? Let's talk about what we've just seen there at Old Trafford. It was a tactical battle of chess in that first 45 minutes. Nobody really wanted to move more than 1 or 2 steps at a time. Guardiola and Ten Hag kind of cancelling each other out. The second half came on, it opened up a little bit. And then when it mattered, despite the fact that, look, City scored a good goal, they were dominating that game. It didn't feel like we were going to get anything. And then we came up with the goods. How smart was that from Marcus Rashford? I don't know, was it offside? Was he interfering? Nah, he wasn't. I mean, he might have been. I don't really care. I do not give a shit. Bruno with the finish. And I tell you what, Bruno was instrumental in those goals. Fucks me off the amount of criticism that he gets from United fans, and I will staunchly defend him, even if he has games where games do pass him by and he is frustrating. Oh, he was frustrating a little bit in the first half. He made the difference, the goal and that ball to Garnacho, and Garnacho coming off the bench and making a difference, more of a difference than Anthony did, I have to say. And who else? When Rashford went down in that first half, clutching his hip, I was like, oh, really? It didn't look like he was going to come on. Half-time sub for Anthony. Oh, no, Martial comes off. We'll speak about Martial later, but sod the negativity. Let's focus on the positivity. Look at the goon in the background. Look how red my face is. Man United 2-1 winners against City at Old Trafford, coming from behind to beat City. Look at that photo there. Malacia and Ten Hag screaming in each other's face. Old Trafford today, from the first, even before the first whistle, bouncing. Electric. And that there today, it goes to show that that one loss in 18 games, we're not back. But that win against City, that shows that we can not only compete with City, we can beat City. We can beat Arsenal at Old Trafford. We can beat Liverpool at Old Trafford. We can beat Spurs at Old Trafford. He is on for a full set at home this season. With the big, is it Chelsea? I think there's the last one to come, and they're not even the big 6 anymore, were they? Fucking 10th. But Man United there, 2-1 winners. Oh, it feels good, that win. It feels good. It's going to take a long time for me to calm down after that one. Oh. I think it's because previously in any sort of false dawn, we fucking slipped. We've tripped. We've gone into reverse. And for so many of us, we went into that game and it's like, oh, in fact, I felt this sort of false dawn before. Although it may have felt different. You think, it's all going to kind of unravel against City. I've only just realised, but look at this. Look at Fred in the background and there. My guy Fred, by the way. Let's speak about him doing a Herrera on Hazard on De Bruyne in the first half, just stalking him around like, dude. Doing the draws, walking around, making sure that he couldn't get on the ball. And I tell you what, it really made a difference in that first half. Fred, it wasn't the sort of... At the start of 11, I knew that Bruno was going to play... I didn't know, but I predicted that Bruno would play on the right wing and that Fred would play in the middle. And that I predicted that we would play more on the front foot. But we gave City space in that first half. And we gave City respect in that first half. We didn't go toe-to-toe with them. We didn't press too aggressively. And obviously... at the end of it, you can say every single decision that happened in that game was correct. No, there were mistakes in that game, and I will speak about them. But look at the photos, man. Look at Rashford. That's so smart from Rashford to leave the ball. I don't care. It wasn't offside. And that there from Fred. Oh, I think you can tell I'm a little bit excited. I am a little bit excited. Am I getting overexcited by saying United are in a title race? I don't think so. We're now 1 point behind Man City. So if City are in a title race, Man United are in a title race. Whether we turn that into something that sustains past January, well, we'll see. We've got Palace away and then we've got Arsenal. And hopefully Spurs can beat Arsenal. Come on, Spurs. Pull your finger out. Do something this season. Your embarrassment. But Marcus Rashford, man. Alejandro Garnacho. Where is he? There he is. Look at that. Get that kick. Look at that. Mate, Alejandro Garnacho. And I know that so many people are frustrated with Anthony, and I can understand because Anthony just doesn't have that directness of Garnacho, and I hope that it comes in time. I think I've calmed down a little bit now. That's going to be the most hyped match reaction I think I've ever done in my life. No regrets whatsoever. But Ten Hag, you beautiful, beautiful man. As I said, beaten City at Old Trafford, Arsenal, Spurs, and City. We're now 1 point behind City. We're now 1 loss in our last 19 games, and that includes beating City. Not only beating City at Old Trafford, but coming from behind to beat City at Old Trafford. It's a real show of character, of will, and I tell you what, where is he? He's right there. Let me speak about game management. Let me speak about Casemiro, who actually got an assist as well. Popped up Graham Souness. Where are you, you old bitter, stubborn bastard? Casemiro. Just tactical little things, a foot in it, especially that chance right towards the end on Haaland. Haaland, by the way, anyone seen him? Last seen in Luke Shaw's pocket. I'm not sure. I mean, he had a very finite amount of touches today. Man United limited that. But Casemiro in himself, Erik Ten Hag was about to take him off, and then as soon as the second goal went in, he was like, all right, Scott, sit down for a little bit. Let me just keep Casemiro on for a little bit longer. Eriksen was a little bit off today, I've got to admit, and ultimately he was taken off. But if I don't really want to focus too much on the negatives because of what we've just seen. United beating City at Old Trafford, coming from behind to beat City at Old Trafford. It's that there is the beginning of a new chapter. That there is chapter 1 of, or whatever that you want to call that chapter. Everything up until that City game was something else. Everything from that game against City, from that win against City, is something else. This is where we're going to see whether or not this United team is ready to take that step up. Because I can confidently say we're in a title race. We've beaten City now. It's all on these players whether they now turn that momentum into something that can drive towards that Arsenal game. So we're looking at the Arsenal-Spurs game. Let's see what happens tomorrow. But we've got Palace away, and then we play Arsenal ourselves. We can gain 3 direct points at Arsenal next weekend. We're in a title race. We can throw ourselves out of it next weekend if Arsenal beat Spurs and then they go and beat us and they're, 11 points clear of us? But Bruno Fernandes, I want to reiterate and go back to Bruno Fernandes. I said that Bruno Fernandes would be the most influential player in the second half of this season. I think Casemiro has given him a run for his money, but he made the difference today. A goal and a really smart pass out to Garnacho to lay it up. But Rashford, when he went down with that injury, and after, I tell you what, in that first half, that chance there when he rounded Ederson, all Rashford needed to do was just use a little bit of composure, finesse into the other corner. It didn't really work out. I just didn't think our front three had it. And I tell you what, Martial, it was kind of a late fitness call, wasn't it, on whether Martial should start. I don't think Martial should have started. He wasn't at the races. And I tell you what, where is he? What a time to sign this lad. At a time when we don't have that presence up front, when we need a little bit more pressing in the front three, maybe a little bit more aggression, it is the time to bring him in. I know so many detractors still exist, but I think he's going to pleasantly surprise us. And what a time for him to come in. As I said, with the club now in the position we are in, we haven't been here for a while. The last time I think any United fan started thinking things that we're thinking now was when we were top of the table in January under Solskjaer. And that was when City, I believe, went on like a 10-11 game winning streak and our asses fell out and we didn't know what to do. We've just gone and beaten City at Old Trafford there in a high-pressure game where everybody knew, every United player knew, this is where we've got to show ourselves. This is where we've got to... Look, were we the better team over 90 minutes? I'm not sure whether we were. City were good. Second half, we stepped off. City stepped forward a little bit and we didn't know what to do. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. We came away with the win. Bruno and Rashford made the difference, and that's 3 points, and that's beating City. Ten Hag said era's come to an end, and he was not lying. I'm excited beyond belief. I'm sure you are too. I didn't really want to focus on any of the negatives from that game because I don't think we should be as a United fan base. It's been a long time since we've been able to compete truly in this Premier League. That's what I thought we could do today. Did I think we were going to win? My prediction was 2-1. I'm so happy that my prediction was wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But in my opinion, I think United are in a title race now. Whether we sustain that against Palace and Arsenal, we'll find out. But it's on us.